Yo, what's good? I am just looking at something. Um, I wanted to answer the question, more like talk about it. Um, More money on the line equals difficulty following rules. So, rules in trading are always like, um, you risk a certain amount, or you stop trading at a certain time, or you have a number of trades that you're stopping with, or a max loss on the day is popular. Um, then you stop trading after your max loss is hit. Whatever the rules might be, or you know, all these different rules. There's quite a few of them. And in my opinion, I think um, if you're having problems following the rules, which I've had plenty, so no problems there. Um, I think that maybe the best thing to do is risk less. If you risk less, you're more likely to be able to take your stop loss. Um, so if you risk less, you're more likely to take the stop loss. If you risk a lot, let's say you're risking a crap ton and your stop loss is like right here, and price is going up, and you're like, oh no, you sold short right here, and you're like, all right, yep, it's gonna go down. My target's down here. Oh no, it's going up. My stop loss. You're more likely to move your stop and be like, all right, I know it's gonna go down now. I know this has got to be the high. I know it's going down. Oh yeah, I knew it was going down. My target's down here. I'll move my stop to be here. Maybe to break even. You might be able to get out, but either way, if you're risking so much, you're more likely to move your stop loss. That's just what I've experienced. So if you're risking a small amount, like, oh, it's only $20 anyways, boom, got out. I stopped out. I lost $20. You know, you're not going to make as much on the reward side of things, but you're going to be making profit, in my opinion, because your stop won't be moved. Otherwise, if you have $500 on the line, dude, that's $500. That's like half your rent or whatever. And like, if that goes up, you're not happy. You're like, I can't lose $500. So you risk, fuck it, 2,500. You're risking. Screw it, 2,500. Now my risk is this much, and my reward is this much. It's way different, right? It's so small. But you know what? A bigger risk equals a bigger risk than reward equals a very high win rate. Very high win rate. So you get away with that sometimes, which is false hope because it can continue against you. It can continue against you. So, um, in my opinion, if it's difficult to if it's difficult to follow these rules, that means you might need assistance. Okay, it's not bad to need assistance, but the assistance that is necessary is to risk less. That's truly what it is. It is that simple. You will immediately know it. You'll immediately feel it when you do risk less. Yes, you won't be like having so much reward and like volatility, but you're not going to break your rules. And hey, you know what? If you can risk a lot with following your rules and following a plan and being righteous, which is maybe not righteous is the right word, but just being um, correct in your thinking, being right, man. Like you're doing what's right. You're not getting in at a horrible time just because your feelings or whatever, not like whatever happens like during the trading day. I think it's just important to do what's right. And if you're having a problem doing that, if you're having behavioral problems like such as moving stops or risking too much, revenge trading, which would be after you lose a trade, you want to get in a trade immediately to make that back. You're just so uncomfortable with it being negative. And I think I'll make a different video on all of these, but my personal opinion, just risk less, and then you can actually do the job. You know what? If you risk nothing in the simulator and you actually do it, you can do it. You know, you can do it without making big mistakes like moving stops and stuff. What's the purpose of moving a stop in the simulator? Who cares? It's fake money, right? Like when you have real money on the line, what's the purpose of moving a stop? Oh, it might turn around and hit your target. Maybe. And oftentimes it doesn't. So you never really, it's not helpful because your back testing didn't have you moving your stop. You know, when you're trading, do you really think when you're done trading, the computer's closed off, you go roll into bed and you close your eyes and you see your heart and you feel your heart? Are you really proud of yourself that you moved your stop today? You know, are you really happy about that? Are you really happy about you risking way more than you should have today? Regardless if you got away with it or not. That's on your heart, that's on your conscience. Whether you like it or not, whether you ignore that or not, it's there. And that's not okay. That's the part of trading that's not okay. That's what my point is. I guess my point ran away, but my point is, I think if you're having a problem doing what's right, whatever it might be to you, you have to risk less. You must. I had this analogy a long time ago. I don't know if it works right now. But risk, the amount of money you have on the line, is kind of like climbing a tree. Just imagine a large tree all the way up and you got branches, easy to climb, you know, all the way up. And you're climbing branches up and down, you climbing the branch, climbing the branch, climbing the branch. But then you get like 50 feet off the ground. You're like, oh my, I'm far down now. You're holding onto that tree branch higher or closer and tighter. Now just imagine you're on that tree. The tree's kind of being like this, but it's not going to blow you off or anything, you know. It's still climbing the same tree. But just imagine you're as tall as a skyscraper. And you see way down there's like, you know, barely you can see people. And you have to climb. You have to keep climbing. So that risk is so great. And it is personal to yourself. How comfortable can you be? Sometimes I kind of dig the pressure. At this point in my life, I think I kind of dig the pressure all the way up there. Either way, your trading should be the same. Either way, you should climb the tree the same way. This analogy is the same thing as trading. If you are climbing the tree any different way up on the skyscraper, you're holding on tighter, or you're doing a different strategy of like clasping your fingers around it, making sure you don't, like, if you're doing anything different way up there, I don't think that's smart. Yeah, you have to risk less. If you're moving your stops, whatever, when you're way up there, like, you have to risk less. And these are all notifications to yourself that, oh, I'm way too far up. I need to lower my risk. I need to get lower. And once you're in a comfort level, let's say, you know, not too far up, not too far down, a comfort level, obviously you want to be as high up as possible with being comfortable. That's how you get paid. That's how you get paid. So you can't be 0 feet off the ground, because great, but you're not going to get money. So the idea is to be as high off the ground as you can with maintaining your trading. So get as much risk that you can have while maintaining running your strategy properly and doing the right thing, what is good. So I think that's a bundle of information. Hopefully that works.